and he's wide open. Yes, sir! Lastimosa, another three.
Jerome Lastimosa, three!
Oh, go! Triple for Jerome Lastimosa. Melesio all day to shoot. Lasal is off and running. Melesio behind the back pass again. Justin Baltasar brings that baby home. Cani against Desiderio. The bang and the butt. They swing it to Comboy, who's had the hot hand. Still finds a way. Fading away on one leg. Ildefonso will right. That's all muscle. Changes direction. Twice he does that. Navigates through Pasay trap. Double performance for Manalang. Straightaway jumper. Nothing but sweet string music. Manzo with a steal. All the way. That's one behind the back. Highlight. The University of the Philippines. Here's her years. For three. Are you kidding me? Subito with a crossover. Subito for three. Subito. Ravenna leaves it for Edge. Oh! Here's Matt, the 30. Highlight coming. Two-hand slam. Dominance and the excellence of the Ateneo continues.
The road to greatness leads us back here to the province of Rizal, where the Henares Center in Antipolo City plays host to the basketball tournament in UAAP Season 82. And for our final game of the weekend, two teams have an opportunity to create their own reality and shape their future as we approach the end of the elimination round. It is 4 University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons and the 6 and 6 De La Salle University Green Archers, who are fighting for their final 4 lives today in a game that is being broadcast live on SND, the Filipino channel, sports.s-cbn.com, and via iWant as well. Mabuhay Philippines! I am Anton Roy. Breaking the game down with me today is Mikey Reyes, and to complete broadcast team, we have representing the University of the Philippines, Yanni Mayo, and on the other side for De La Salle University, we will hear from Ayana Perlas. Yanni and Ayana, we will get to you guys in just a bit. We know that you can't wait to share with us the latest updates, but Mikey, while we cannot emphasize any further the importance of this matchup between UP and La Salle, we can explain the scenarios if the Fighting Maroons win and if the Green Archers win.
Well, with the logjam happening right now in the middle of the standings, the one thing that you said earlier is being to create your own reality and controlling your own destiny. That is the important thing right now for the UP Fighting Maroons and the De La Salle Green Archers, because for UP, winning this game right here will secure them of the 2nd spot. And if they lose this game against DLSU, they can go as 5th place if ever they lose that game against Ateneo on Wednesday. But for UP, you want to make sure that you get that 2nd spot na para hindi mo na problemahin yung Ateneo on Wednesday. For the DLSU Green Archers, it's simple. If they lose this, they're out of the Final 4 spot. If they win this, then there's a chance that there's going to be that 4-way tie wherein there are going to be a lot of playoff matchups. And it's going to be exciting because right now, these two teams coming off, I'm sure they have the confidence and they're raring against each other.
And even though this is what it looks like in the team standings, both the fans of La Salle and UP remember exactly what happened in the first round meeting between these two squads, because only one point decided the outcome of this contest.
Well, it was La Salle for 37 minutes of that ball game, but UP just refusing to really give up, and the fight in the UP Fighting Maroons just really showed out in this game here in the first round against the DLSU Green Archers. Again, the DLSU Green Archers led majority of that game, but that one Gomez steal, and then the three-pointer on the other end really ultimately decided that game between the LaSalle Green Archers and the UP Fighting Maroons. Kobe Paras coming out with 21 points, 2 steals, and 2 blocks, doing it on both ends of the floor. The other side of the floor, Andre Caracot, 16 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. But it was the free throw story with UP. 92% from 15 feet, 24 of 26, really paved the way for that three-pointer and kept them in that game. So for LaSalle, I believe they need to play a little more honest defense para hindi nila mapunta sa free throw line itong UP.
And Mikey, this 16 points scored by Andre Caracot, I want to emphasize that because they need their graduating team captain to come alive today, because as of late he's been quiet in their last game. He only had 2 points, although he had 6 assists in that contest. Kobe, on the other hand, 21 points in that game. He also had more than 20 points, or almost 20 points in their last game. He scored more than 20 points 8 times here in season 82 of the UAAP, had 19 in their win against NU.
Well, unlike their matchup with LaSalle we were talking about earlier against NU, they actually had the lead. Talking about UP, 25-12 in the second quarter. Entering the fourth, they still had a 5-point lead. They found themselves only up 3 with 10 seconds to go. Sean Ildefonso missing from the three-point line gave UP that win and securing that victory against the NU Bulldogs. They shot better, 44.3% from the field, thanks to the 21 assists, and UP only averaging 13 assists a ball game, actually number 7 in the league in assists. But in this game right here, really coming out with the chemistry teamwork that they need to show, especially dito sa latter portion ng ating season 82. But free throw story, they have to fix this also, like what we said with DLSU. They have to play a little more honest defense. 16 of 23 free throws for the NU Bulldogs, but ultimately that was a game para sa UP. Not maybe convincing as they want kasi nakahabol pa ang NU sa dulo, but a win is a win para sa UP.
You highlighted Juan Gomez de Leaño and his breaking three-pointer in the first round. A lot of people have been saying that Juan has been playing up to par because he was in the Mythic 5 last year. But an 11-point, 11 rebound, and 6 assist outing against NU has proven that on any given day, Juan GDL can come up big.
Also because Juan Gomez has performed since entering the seniors division here in the UAAP. Former Rookie of the Year, reigning Mythical 5 member. Maybe na-spoil yung fans ng UP with how great he can play. But you know, struggling all season long, but in the last game, really trying to pick up yung piece, you know, how he was playing from last season, averaging only 7 points a game, 5 rebounds and 2 assists. But in the last game, almost a triple-double, 4 assists shy of his first triple-double of the season. 11 shots, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists, along with 2 steals. And all this, 24 minutes off the bench. Juan Gomez de Leaño can be finally consistent, especially coming into the Final Four and the road to the Final Four. Then UP, nowhere but up pa rin para sa UP.
And because this is the second to the last game day here in the elimination round for UAP Season 82, Coach Bo Persol has a vision as to what UP would want to look like or be coming into the next phase of the tournament. And to tell us more about what that vision is all about, let's go right now to Yanni Mayo.
You know what, Anton and Mikey, the guys gathered around Coach Bo Persol in the middle of yesterday's practice and told them, let me show to you guys a picture of how you will succeed. He then proceeded to say that success won't happen if you're just lying around. Only a few succeed because only a few work for it. This is what separates successful from the mediocre, those who are content with the comfortable. Crucial game, Coach Bo impressed on them that they need to go back to the basics. It's the little things that will hurt them because the players take that for granted. What is supposed to be automatic is overlooked, such as sprinting back on defense, containing your own man, and knowing what to do on offense. Now that they're fighting for the second spot, emotions are not important. What he needs from them is commitment to outwork the Green Archers, to do what needs to be done for the team to succeed. Today, the guys attended a team mass and the homily was in accordance with Coach Bo's words. Let me echo to you guys what the said. It's the little things that will amount to success. In this game of survival for the spot, Anton and Mikey, the guys will take it one shot and one play at a time.
Every little thing matters, Yanni, and thank you for sharing with us what UP had to go through leading up to this all-important game.
Oh yeah, exciting basketball ahead for the UP Fighting Maroons. I'm sure all of them is looking forward to this, even the fans, because you know this is a big game and securing the second spot is the thing that they want to do dito sa laro natin.
And when we come back, Ricky and I will be discussing Andre Caracot and the rest of the De La Salle University Green Archers in this important matchup for them against UP. This is our coverage of UAAP Season 82. Listening. Coverage continues here at the Anares Center in Antipolo City, and as we mentioned, we will be talking about this last game of the Green Archers against UST. Another 1-point escape for DLSU.
I believe for the DLSU Green Archers, the big problem for them here this season has been their inconsistency, playing in spurts. After another slow start, they found themselves down 44-37 at halftime against UST, but a 26-13 third quarter. They found themselves up by 6 in the fourth, and they're actually up by 12 with 7 minutes to go. And sharing the basketball like UP against NU, 18 assists for DLSU, 11 of 26 from the free throw line. That's something they have to fix. They were out-rebounded by 10 points. They cannot allow na 15 points, throw it down the drain. They need to make their free throws 42% from the line. And ultimately, the only thing that the DLSU Green Archers, I'm sure, was thankful for was Sabando was wearing a 13 rather than a 12, because if not for that stepping violation, they might have found themselves, in a tougher road to the Final Four.
It might have been a 9-0 run instead of a 9-0 run for UST, and we might be talking differently in today's game. But positive things for LaSalle was that they scored 42 inside points as compared to the 26 of the Growling Tigers, and just Baltazar tallied his 7th double-double of the season, while Brandon Bates finally tallied his first double-double for the year.
Well, another day in the office for Justin Baltazar, 14 points, 11 rebounds, just around his average. But Brandon Bates only averaging 3 points a ball game, 9 rebounds a game, 10 points, 15 rebounds, and 2 blocks for the big guy down in the middle. That's 24 points and 26 rebounds combined for these two. And not only are they creating opportunities down low, but because of their dominance in the paint, Aljon Melesha had 18 points, Jamie Malonza had 83 points. So they're creating space also, because the opponents have to clock the lane against the big guys of LaSalle, which leaves the shooters and the scorers from the outside to have a field day para sa LaSalle.
Now, you talked about, or we have been talking about, how the outcome could have been very different for the University coming into today's game. In fact, it was emotional that after the game, we saw Aljon Melesha and head coach or consultant Jermaine Bird in tears. And to tell us more about why they were so emotional, we will hear right now from Ayana Perlas.
Anton and Mikey, with their backs against the wall, played one of their best games against the formidable Growling Tigers. Now, it was a hard-fought win, and as you mentioned, a very emotional one, as Coach Jermaine Bird and Aljon Melesha were seen with tears joy in that last game. Now, Coach Jermaine shared with me that those tears were from the overwhelming pressure of that last quarter and also because of the realization of how special of a league the UAAP is. Now, earlier you mentioned Brandon Bates, who earned his first double-double performance, shared with me that individual stats are not his priority, but being a team player is, and he is very happy that he finally knows his role in the team. Now, the team admits in the last game they were low free throws, press break plays, and endgame composure, but that win was still a great confidence that they needed as they are going against the team's number 2 lead. Now, they have prepared for this most critical match even before their game against UST, because truly their round 1 encounter against UP was a very painful loss. And also, Anton and Mikey, their only plan right is redemption. Now, expect the Archers to play like there's no tomorrow in their quest to book a ticket to the Final Four. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Ayana. And in relation to the report, I want to ask Mikey to throw in analysis when a team almost crumbles in the end, but they overcome it, escaping with a W. Is this a good thing? What kind of positives can LaSalle take from escaping with that W against UST?
Well, the good thing for them is they still got that win, but they have to develop again that consistency that they need to compete against the best teams in the league. And sinuwerte lang sila doon because of Renz up a 13 rather than a 12. So I'm sure Coach JB did not take that loss that win lightly. I'm sure they still, will fix the adjustments that they need to do against UP dito.
All right, when we come back, we will talk about the key performers in the previous game and who we expect to show up in this all-important matchup between LaSalle and UP. Don't go. You're still watching our live coverage from right here inside the Anara Center in Antipolo City. We're also greeting everybody who are tuned in, pati na rin ang ating mga nakatutok ngayon mula sa Sydney, Australia. Maraming salamat po, Antonos. Together with Mikey Reyes, breaking down this matchup between LaSalle and UP with your MVP, Bright Acueti. He's come up big time because NU in the fourth quarter, he was huge. 6 points, 3 out of 7 from the field, including 3 offensive rebounds.
Well, in that fourth quarter when NU was trying to make a comeback, actually when they were already making a comeback, Bright Acueti and June Man just stabilized the offense of the UP Fighting Ravens, and that's what you can expect from reigning MVP and top point guard of the UP Fighting Ravens. 6 points for Bright Acueti, 3 of 7 from the field, 3 offensive rebounds resulting to 4 second chance points. And for June Man, 2 big 3-pointers down the stretch and a free throw para matulungan yung cause ng UP Fighting Ravens and to secure that win as the NU.
Bright Acueti with his 9th double-double in their last outing. Now for LaSalle, Aljun Melesio has to come up big. This was one of his best performances season 82, 18 points for
I'm sure being the senior that he is, and of course the talent he has, and the magnitude and the influence that he has in this team. Why medyo emotional siya nung game na yon. He feels like he could have done better here this season, but it's not too late for Aljun in that game. 18 points, 2 threes, 2 rebounds, a team high 6 assists in 33 minutes of action. And Aljun Melesio, you can expect that he will bring it for LaSalle game in, game out, especially on the offensive side of the floor. If they make it to the Final Four, we all know Aljun Melesio will try to lead the finals appearance.
Now, in this matchup between UP and LaSalle, we are very excited for this battle between two high-flying forwards. One honed his skills in Los Angeles, California. The other in Seattle, Washington. Kobe Paras and Jamie Malonzo. This is going to be an intense aerial battle.
Oh, just the athleticism of these two guys, and I bet they'll go at it on both ends of the floor. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to see them guard each other in their last games. Kobe Paras exploded for 19 points. Jamie Malonzo, 23 points against UST. So you know that they have the rhythm, the confidence to go up against each other, and you expect that they prepared for each other physically, mentally for this matchup.
Kobe is the #1 scorer in the UAAP, while Jamie Malonzo is ranked number 8. But hindi nagkukulang ang dalawang ito pagdating sa hops, and they are ready to jump out building here in this matchup. It is UP versus LaSalle here in season 82 of UAAP as we go all for more. We are just moments away from the start of this all-important matchup between UP and LaSalle. Para sa ating mga kapamilya, commute warrior ba kayo sa ABS-CBN TV? Masasurvive mo na ang stress ng araw-araw na traffic, haba ng pila at hassle ng pag-commute. You can catch the UAP live as it airs with no data charges while watching. All you have to do is follow TV Plus Go on Facebook to know more. And we are also reminding everybody to catch all the UAAP Season 82 men's basketball action as well as other Kapamilya programs on iWant. All you gotta do is download the iWant app or go to www.iwant.ph/sports to watch the games live on replay anytime, anywhere. And this is a very exciting time. The most packed we have seen the United Center here in Season 82 of the UAAP. You take a look at the starters on your screens.
June Manzo starting off, and Richie Pero will get the start here today. Usually that's JD Tungkab, a defensive start for Coach Bo Pirasol, but today Richie Rivero will go join Bright Nakweti, Noah Webb, and Kobe Paras on the other end. Aljun Melesio, Andre Karakut on that DLSU backcourt, and their front court, Tazar, Joaquin Manuel, and the walking highlight, Jamie Malonzo. And you just feel the tension and the anxiety here in the building up in Antipolo. And just because of the implications of this game for the Final Four, you know that UST and SC are all watching this game.
And this is the fourth time this season that Noah Webb will be starting for the UP Fighting Maroons.
This is the UAAP
It will be
season
Kuweti
82.
and Bazar jumping it up to start this matchup between UP and LaSalle. And Malonzo will let the ball fall into the hands of the team captain, who gives it to Aljun Melesio right away. Joaquin Manuel giving it back to Aljun. Richie Rivero, his former teammate, right in front of him. Melesio against Rivero. Too strong on the jumper. Akweti hauls down the rebound.
And that's a tough shot there for Aljun Melesio. Good defense for Richie Rivero. The length of Richie making it tough for Aljun to see the rim on that jumper.
Manzo giving it to Bright, who hands it back to June. And Paras and Malonzo are defending each other as Manzo scores the first goal of the contest.
And that two-man game has just been money all season long between Manzo and Akweti. Because of the attention that Akweti attracts, may libreng floater doon si June Manzo for the first bucket of the game.
And Manzo defending Melesio picks up a foul right away as Melesio made his way to the basket.
That's the toughest way to guard Aljun Melesio on the closeout. Just a quick first step for Aljun Melesio. No choice there, but for June Manzo, commit his first foul after yung 2 points niya sa kabila.
Shot clock, 14 seconds.
So it's be defending Malonzo, but Webb
Traveling.
on Malonzo with on offense. Kobe matching up with Malonzo rather when you is on offense.
Great defense. Richie Rivero, 2 stops for the Maroons, and Richie Rivero has had a hand on both those defensive possessions.
Webb, Manzo, Rivero fakes the handoff. Rivero makes his move to the basket and will head to the line for 2.
That's what you want to see from Richie Rivero. Struggling all season long. His season high is only 11 points. Far cry from obviously what he can really do, and this is how you want him to start the ball game, being aggressive on the defensive end. And sa kabila, going to the hole, 2 free throws for him. And for a scorer who is struggling, the best thing or the one thing you want to see is ball go through the hoop. That's the first point for Richie.
Richie was part of the mythical 5 in season 80. He was averaging 14.1 points per game for the Green Archers during that year. This is officially his 3rd year playing in the UAAP as he spent 2 seasons with LaSalle. 2 on that trip line for Rivero.
Great start for UP on both ends of the floor. As for LaSalle, we'll see if they will adjust.
Karakut to Melesio. They've got a mismatch. Baltazar throws it back out. Melesio for 3. Short. Webb hauls down the rebound.
And UP was fortunate there that Melesio missed that wide open 3-pointer of the double team on Justin Baltazar. Great pass though, coming from Baltazar.
Paras making his move, looking for Webb. And Webb was not ready for it.
Great intention, bad execution there for Paras, just too low for Noah Webb. But great cut for Noah Webb, moving without the basketball, trying to cut to the rim.
Melesio. No look pass. Baltazar fakes, scoops it up too strong. And Webb comes up with the board. The energy of Noah Webb on the boards is infectious.
Nice recovery there for Bright Akweti. Naunahan na siya doon. Baltazar on the backdoor play. And LaSalle still struggling to find a bucket here to start this game off.
Manzo hands it off to Paras. Paras to Rivero. Shoots a 3. Richie Rivero! Vivo V17 shoot beyond limits moment for Rivero.
And that's what we were saying. Richie Rivero saw the ball go through the hoop twice, from 15 feet, and that deep. Richie Rivero for 3.
Karakot stops, pops, does not drop, and Rivero comes up with a board. Rivero launches again. That was to the right, a heat check for Richie.
That's forgivable right there for Coach Bo Perasol. Still up 7-0, and LaSalle will need to find someone here to hit something.
Malonzo! Attack rim with reckless abandon, but Bright Agueti making sure that there would be no highlight.
That's a bad man right there, but earlier, Richie Rivero from 25 feet. And look at this. This is just a bad man right here with bad intentions.
McDonald's instant replay did not complete the dunk, but you see Malonzo looking at Bright.
Oh, he's trying to get Bright to his Instagram account.
Bright making sure that Malonzo wouldn't have his name on his hit list.
And that's something Jamie Malone is trying to look for because they're down 7 right now. Momentum is obviously on UP's side. He wanted to get the LaSalle crowd on feet with that one, but have to settle with a single point there in that possession.
And LaSalle finally gets on the board via that free throw by Jamie Malonzo. Rivero. Will he have his best game in a UP uniform today? That's a turnover on the Fighting Maroons.
Obviously, the UP Fighting Maroons would love for that to happen, talking about Rivero having his best game. And for him personally, maybe he would want that to happen against his former team, the LaSalle Green Archers, but the first turnover there for UP in that possession.
Baltazar still can't get the first field goal for his ball club. And now Kobe wants on the board, the #1 scorer in the league. It was only a matter of time.
And that's when Kobe Paras is at his best. Open court basketball with the ball. May buelo siya doon with that spin move and the ability to get off his feet. But Jamie Malone's a new held on to Kobe Paras before he can even get airborne.
And as soon as Kobe got the basketball, he was going straight to the rim. You could see it in his eyes.
Kobe Paras has just been a revelation for Fighting Maroons, or even for the whole UAAP. Obviously, we were all waiting for his entry to college basketball here in the Philippines, but I believe that he has really proven that he belongs here.
Oh yeah,
And he
without a doubt.
He stands out too.
But it's really the journey of Kobe Paras to land here in UP that is very astonishing. And we're just very lucky to have this type of a play in front of us for all of us to enjoy and marvel at. Meanwhile, a battle for the loose ball. Bates trying to get it, could not. Manzo is now running. Manzo, shoot 3. Juan Manzo! A pure goal, always panalo move by the starting point guard of the Fighting Maroons. Timeout LaSalle. amazing start for the UP Fighting Maroons. Mikey, LaSalle has not a field goal in this contest. How can they get it?
A 0 of 6 so far here today for LaSalle.
Video coaches winning ways. Coach Wayne Bird trying to gather all of his experience coaching in the G League. Try to help LaSalle get back into this one.
Well, just a lot of one-on-one plays to start the game off for LaSalle. They need to share the basketball a little bit better the way they did against UP. And UP just fully taking advantage of that.
Manzo. Malonzo could not hold on to the basketball. Acueti. Move. Acueti misses, bothered by the presence of Bates.
And that assignment will be on Brandon Bates and try to stop reigning MVP Bright Acueti. Good job putting his hands up in the air and trying to distract that layup attempt by Bright Acueti. Good job there for DLSU.
And Serrano has checked into the game. Malonzo looks post up, Webb. Baltazar makes it move, running hook. Still no good for LaSalle.
0 of 8 still for LaSalle in the first 5 minutes of this game, and these are good shots.
Rivero into a teammate that's traveling.
Another turnover there. Big and great defense for LaSalle, just really struggling to find offense. And Richie Rivera just running into his teammate Acueti on that drive. But we're seeing a couple of sets here. At least the past 2 possessions for LaSalle were good shots. One from Justin Baltazar, another from Jamie Malonzo. Just a couple of misses on you.
As we have crossed the Gatorade hydration checkpoint. Melesio spins, steps back, fade away, short. Bates will get another opportunity to put points on the board for LaSalle via the free throw line.
That's another tough shot there for Aljun Melesio. Again, UP just trying to make it tough for Aljun, those jumpers and those step back jumpers.
And when we come back, Bates will shoot 2. And because of this 12-1 start by UP, here is a Fudgy Bar sa saya moment. And one GBL reminding us na hindi pa siya pumapasok dyan, ha? Hindi pa siya nag-pro.
Just a great start here for UP, and you also have to commend their defense on the LaSalle Green Archers. But LaSalle will have to find ways to get through this wall that UP has created between them and the rim. Brandon Bates being at the right place, right time off of that miss from Aljun Melesio's step back jumper. 2 free throws for the big guy.
Bates, who grew up in Australia, has a lot of fellow Filipino fans from there watching right now from Parramatta, Sydney. Makakapanayam natin ang ating mga kapamilya dyan at the half. But Bates, coming off that first double-double performance, has to come up huge again for LaSalle as he converts on those two charities.
Much needed free throws there for LaSalle again, just to see the ball go through the rim. That's important for your rhythm. Talking about the struggles of LaSalle here in the first.
Kobe throws it out to Noah Webb. Webb, Manzo to Rivero. Rivero steps back, shadowed by Malonzo. Webb puts it up and in! A PS bankable assist of the game. Parang PS Bank personal loan na maasahan apply online. No collateral.
And those are the extra points that are a welcome surprise for Coach Bob Perazol. Noah Webb just cut the rim and that smooth floater for his first bucket.
Bates against Prado. Bates trying to create some space. Quick release by Melesio. Too strong. Rivero, lead pass. And Webb. Cross court to Kobe. Shoots over Baltazar. Kobe Paras! A Jollibee 100% amazing move of the quarter.
You talk about confidence. The confidence right with the Fighting Maroon just oozing here in Inares, and behind them is obviously their sixth man just going crazy with every basket.
And Richie Rivero creating situations for his teammates, and Kobe Paras pure on that three.
Just a hezzy by Kobe Paras to freeze his defender. And if you're UP, you're up by 14, 17 to 3, and in comes the GDL brothers.
Imagine UP building this 17-3 lead, and the GDL brothers haven't broken a sweat yet. They have just entered the game.
Well, for LaSalle, Encho Serrano is also in the game here. Hopefully, he can find a way to attack the defense and break this defensive mindset by UP.
Bartlett and Lohera are also in now for the Green Archers. Prado, too strong off the glass. And Javi Gomez de Leano chases down that basketball but runs out of time.
Well, one thing that LaSalle cannot let is be outworked by UP, especially down by 14. You have to put in the effort with those loose balls. Fortunately for them, the shot clock, there was a shot clock violation for UP.
Serrano finally hits the mark, and LaSalle gets their first field goal of the game.
This is what we're talking about. Encho Serrano off the bench is that go-to scorer for Coach JB and Coach Gian. And you know that he will be aggressive in attacking the rim, but if he can hit those 15, 17 foot jumpers, then that's a good sign for LaSalle.
Paras against Lohera. Paras pulls the trigger again. Shot was to the left.
And that's a heat check there for Kobe Paras.
Boy, these Fighting Maroons have come out swinging in the first round.
Even though they're leading by 12 here, they would want to take care of the basketball a little bit more. Already 4 turnovers for them, but look at the confidence on that stroke for Encho Serrano. Something that you give him, but if he continues to make that, then you will have to adjust.
Justin Baltazar, this type of situation, we're expecting him to play heavy minutes again for Main Bird.
Shot clock 20 seconds.
Also, Jordan Bartlett was sent in to stabilize the offense of LaSalle.
Serrano shoots over Tongkap. And Javi Gomez de Leano gives it to his brother Juan. Juan to Javi. Javi using his side mobility. Mitsubishi Mirage G4 drive of the game.
Javi Gomez de Leano. Instant offense. The most efficient Maroon in the team in terms of scoring the basketball. And that slight hezzy from top of the key, giving him that open driving lane, goes all the way. A little hang time there for the older GD. Problem for Javi Gomez de Leano.
And let's see if Jordan Bartlett can inject some energy into this LaSalle squad as we look at the Racela brothers Coach Olsen and Coach Nash securing a victory against UE in the first game.
And a 5-2 record in the second round for FPU.
And look at Javi Gomez de Leano like a truck coming down the runway.
2 minutes.
Just could not finish, but UP still has the basketball. One short. Serrano comes up with a board. Bartlett thought about it. Joaquin Manuel, how about that? Joaquin Manuel. What a flakes kakaibang.
And the second stringers of DLSU doing the job for their team. Joaquin Manuel from deep. It's a big shot there, much needed basket for LaSalle.
And he gets a steal. Joaquin Manuel will shoot again. Lohera trying to tip it up in. Serrano is down.
Joaquin Manuel, what a great defensive effort there to get the steal. But this is something we wouldn't want to see, especially with an all-important game here today, as Encho Serrano is on the floor. Not really sure yet what happened.
Substitution, Andre Carajo coming in.
Manuel, the only starter who has remained on the floor. Take a look at this right here. Look at Serrano. Oh, he tweaked his left ankle. Stepping on the foot of Spencer.
Unfortunate incident there, especially with Serrano being aggressive coming off the bench, getting LaSalle their first field goal here and really just starting the offense of LaSalle down by 10, a minute and 17 to go in the first. And this is just how talented these two teams are, and this is also why they're making a run for the Final Four. The bench, just as good as starters really for both teams.
Tungkap. Steps back. JD Tungkap. Misfires. Karakot is now back in. 16 points in the first round meeting. He's got to come alive for LaSalle. A steal here. One. Javi Gomez de Leano. A yellow cap end-to-end play of the game.
Running floor are the GDLs. A 3-on-1 fast break ran to perfection by the Maroons.
And a foul on Spencer.
Again, defense to offense. They've done this all their lives.
Blocking well on
One
over
to Javi for a
penalty, his second.
For a guy who looks heavy the halftime on Javi Gomez de Leano in full display here in the first.
Oh, don't be fooled. Javi can move. As Bartlett knocks down the first free throw. .1 seconds remain here in the first quarter. UP up 21-10. Short on the second was Bartlett, but he grabs his own miss. Miss from close range. And Juan Gomez de Leano wants to slow things down.
I'm sure that's a shot that Jordan would like to get back. That's a missed opportunity there.
And now Spencer makes his move, shoots too strong. Bartlett comes up with the board. And that's a foul on Tungkap.
Oh, that's a bad foul there for JD Tungkap. This will mean 2 free throws for Jordan Bartlett.
Penalty, that's the first foul of
That's for him. Talking about Jordan to cut into this deficit and even bring it down to a single digit.
Jordan Bartlett.
Jordan Bartlett, another one of those student athletes who grew up in the States. Jordan from the DC area in Washington. Oh, 1 for 2 again on that trip to the free throw line.
Great effort there for Juan Gomez de Leano to get that off the defensive rebound. the free throw story here. Perfect is UP, but DLSU just a lot more aggressive in attacking the rim. 10 free throws for them, making 6.
One has a second go. Could not beat the buzzer. Wanted a foul, did not get it. But a rousing start for the UP Fighting Maroons as they lead LaSalle 21-11 at the end of the first. A dominant UP crowd has trooped to the Henares Center here in Antipolo City and has inspired the Fighting Maroons to go on this 21-11 start as we begin the second quarter of the important matchup between the Green Archers and the Fighting Maroons.
Oh, they definitely look inspired talking about the Maroons, especially on the defense and holding the Archers to 11% from the field. 2 of 18 are the green shirts, and that's a big boost to the 10-point lead here for UP.
And you have to wonder where the inside points of the Green Archers has gone, because again, against UST, one of the top rebounding teams in the league, they had 52 inside points as compared to the 26.
Only 10 rebounds in the first quarter for DLSU, 18 rebounds for UP. So you see the effort for the Fighting Maroons.
Karakot. And that's traveling on Karakot, and Karakot continues to struggle for DLSU.
Oh, he's someone that Andre Karakot, wherever Andre Karakot goes, for sure LaSalle will follow him. Aljun Melesio, Balti Baltazar, those 3 guys need to get themselves going, because in that first, they were nowhere in sight.
One. The double comes. Happy. Hops inside. Happy Gomez Deliano with a finish. With some English on that Yamaha #1 move.
Just a set on Javi Gomez Deliano. 6'4", 6'5", can put the ball on the floor. That sweet looking lay-in.
And look at this. Putting the moves on his defender, Prado. Wow! The Fighting Maroons putting on a show. Emmanuel Vision of the game, Javi Gomez Deliano.
Finding energy from different players, the UP Fighting Maroons. So sustain nila ang intensity nila. This time it's Javi Gomez Deliano. In the first, it was Noah Webb.
Lohera getting it down low to Baltazar. Baltazar loses the handle. Tungkap. Gomez Deliano giving it back to JD, who recovers the basketball. Tungkap! Sinawsaw pa! JD Tungkap! What a flakes kakaibang move! UP on a rampage They lead LaSalle 27-11. Let's take a look at this move here by Javi Gomez de Leaño on our McDonald's instant replay. The left-handed finish, the drive and the dish, and then JD Tongkab.
I was about to say a little too much flash on that break play between Juan Gomez de Leaño and JD Tongkab, but still a bucket there for JD.
And that's good defense as well on Malonzo. Melesio hops inside, gives it back to Jimmy. Blocked by Tongkab. What a stop by UP.
And with the defense of UP, not only are we seeing individual brilliance between the Maroons, but also helping each other out. Jimmy Malonzo already had a free lane to the rim there off of that pass from Aljun Melesio. But JD Tongkab from behind is saving the play, saving the 2 points para sa
Spencer. Gomez de Leaño steps back. Strong. Bates gobbles up the rebound. Melesio steps on the brakes. Baltazar backing down Prado. Baltazar left-handed hook. And Bates with a putback. A Jollibee 100% amazing move of the quarter.
And that's something you want to see from Baltazar. Just aggressive, attracting three Maroons, leaving Brandon Bates wide open down low for the offensive rebound and putback.
Spencer. Prado. Air ball.
The shot, if he can consistently hit that, he will pull Baltazar off the lane.
Melesio lacking a little bit of strength on that in, but the ball will stay with LaSalle.
But he needs to continue to be aggressive about Aljun Melesio, even though he's still scoreless here in this game. He can get hot in a hurry, but Javi Gomez de Leaño off the bench, 6 points, 3 of 5, 8 rebounds, an assist and steal for Kuya Javi.
And now the GDL brothers with the big guns, Acueti, Rivero, and Paras. Javi Gomez de Leaño. Wow. Javi Gomez de Leaño coming up big.
And this is just quality basketball for Javi Gomez de Leaño. Rivero was asking for the lob, but Javi, seeing the smaller Aljun Melesio in front of him, going all the way, using his body to shield off the ball, getting the foul, free throws, and that's just efficient, smart basketball for Javi Gomez de Leaño. He would have fallen into that trap of giving that alley-oop pass to Richie Rivero, especially with all the noise coming from the crowd right here in Henares.
Javi Gomez de Leaño, despite missing 2 free throws, leads UP in scoring right now with 6. the bench. Lohera. Can he make something happen for LaSalle? Malonzo slices his way through the D. Rivero. Pass was stolen away by Baltazar. Baltazar could not finish. And the ball will stay with LaSalle.
And the interior defense of UP
19 seconds.
just really taking control here in the first half. Again, that was an open lane for Baltazar through or around Bright Nakweti. But Kobe Paras was there to disrupt the shot attempt.
Shot clock, 19 seconds.
Baltazar is 0 for 6 from the field. He's number 6 in the league in scoring. He has got to come alive for LaSalle. Serrano is back in with that sprained left ankle. Baltazar! Bullseye on that shot. A Vivo and shoot beyond limits. Long bomb from Baltazar.
Well, that's one way to get your first bucket of the game from the outside.
Speaking of the outside, Paras launching one again.
That's not the best shot there for Kobe Paras.
Melesio creating some space and a 5-0 run for LaSalle, forcing UP to call this timeout.
A gentle reminder to all here, band, please refrain from playing during timeout. Wala magpapatugtog kapag timeout.
LaSalle trying to shoot their way back into this game. 5-0 run. After triple by Baltazar. And that stop and pop jumper on the break by Melesio. But it's going to take a lot more than that.
But LaSalle will have to grind this one out. Only down by 9 here, and with that hot start by the UP Fighting Maroons, you just gotta hang in there and wait till you find your rhythm and your confidence. But with that 5-0 spurt, anything can happen off this timeout.
That's a foul on Serrano.
Holding foul on number
Good to see
2,
Encho Serrano back on the floor after that ankle sprain.
Second team foul. Shot clock 14 seconds.
Akweti hands it off to Rivero, pulls the trigger right away. Bates with the board.
UP has been settling for outside jumpers in their last few possessions.
Malonzo from the corner. Melesio with the rebound. Baltazar. And Baltazar, it's been a tough day for him. Paras. As we have crossed another Gatorade hydration checkpoint. Serrano draws the foul.
Those are multiple shots, one from Baltazar and the other from Kobe Paras, going all the way to the rim. Unfortunately, just a little too much English on that.
Mandatory time.
And we will head to a mandatory timeout with UP leading the 27-18.
Again, a gentle reminder to our cheer band, please refrain from playing during timeout.
Minutes 48 seconds. That is the time remaining here in the first half of this matchup between LaSalle and UP. This is going to be 2 free throws for Serrano.
And with how the first 15 minutes went for the UP Fighting Maroons, they cannot get too excited with their possessions. We've seen shots from UP. Unfortunately, for LaSalle, Hencho Serrano missing that first free throw. I'm sure that's what Coach Bosa was talking about during that timeout. Is gotta be a little more patient on the offensive end, especially with LaSalle just making these mini runs.
Rivero gets the ball down low to Bright. Bright to Kobe. Fakes. Create some space. Short on that looper. And that's a foul on Webb.
Great defense there for Jamie Malonzo. If there's one guy who can go toe to toe with athleticism, it's Jamie Malonzo against Kobe Paras, getting up in the air and distracting Kobe Paras with fadeaway.
Melesio. Malonzo with Webb in front of him. Malonzo. Fade away. Short. And Serrano tracks down the loose ball. Serrano sees time, lets it fly from Webb. And Baltazar comes up with the offensive rebound. Malonzo steps back, drops it down low. Baltazar to Serrano. That's great movement from the Green Archers. As we saw that master play of the game.
And the effort for the Green Archers getting a third possession in that instance and finding Hencho Serrano wide open. And there's the defense with that half-court zone press causing problems for the Fighting Maroons. And the ball will go back to LaSalle, only down by 7 with 3:41 left in the first half.
P was up by 16. The score was 27-11 moments ago. LaSalle on a 9-0 run. Malonzo. Buckets for Jamie Malonzo.
And that's an 11-0 run that the Green Archers are currently on. And what a time for the offense to come alive.
Acueti to Webb. Somebody from UP's got to stop the bleeding. Will it be Paras? Malonzo skies high for that rebound. Malonzo with a sidestep, loses the handle. Bates with the put.
Again, effort, Brandon Bates not giving up on the play. Rim running, getting the offensive board and putting it back. And these are still not quality possessions for UP. Look at Jamie Malonzo trying to get his team going.
This is a 13-0 run now by the Green Archers.
This is what we were saying about LaSalle. They play in spurts. May not be a good thing, but when you're on the good side of that spurt, and this is what can happen when you go up against the Green Archers.
Juan Gomez de Leaño is back on the floor now for UP. So you've got Juan, Bright, June, Javi, and Richie on the floor for the Fighting Maroons. Acueti, baseline drive. Ball hit by Bates. It's in the hands of Melesio. Melesio, the Bates overshoots that. And Bates knew that he missed the gimme right there.
He'd love to get that one back. But what a pass there for Aljun Melesio. Threatened to shoot the three and waited for Brandon Bates to establish himself down low. But that's the effect of a Bright Acueti. Medyo minadali ni Brandon Bates. Tirang yun. We see the field goal story. A far cry from the first half. Ngayon naman, yung LaSalle ang umiinit.
Rivero trying to split the double team. Rivero to safety. Manzo trying to steady the ship. And the foul away from the ball.
This is something you wouldn't want to see if you're Coach Bo Perasol. Bright Acueti and June Manzo talking to each other. Well, talking is an understatement right now.
And we have another timeout from a 16-point difference. The difference has been chopped down to 3. LaSalle has never led in this game. And on this offensive possession, they have an opportunity to tie with a 3.
And a big reason why LaSalle has been on a tear here in the second quarter. They've out-rebounded the UP Fighting Maroons by 10 here in the second quarter alone. And all those second chance opportunities, care of Brandon Bates, Justin Baltazar, even Encho Serrano had a couple of offensive rebounds. Just creating opportunities for their team.
Malonzo for the tie. Bullseye! Jamie Malonzo! And we are back to square one.
What a run here for LaSalle. 27, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Obviously, momentum is on their side.
Juan trying to give the lead back to UP. And now LaSalle with an opportunity to take their first lead of the game. Melesio to Bates, nobody home!
And that is the effect of Justin Baltazar. And all the white shirts come out at Justin Baltazar, and the patience of Aljun Melesio to wait, give the ball to Brandon Bates at the right time for the bucket.
18 straight points for LaSalle. Rivero from the baseline, denied by Bates. Melesio, top of the key three.
21-0 run for LaSalle.
This is unbelievable. Akweti on the reverse.
And finally, UP putting an end at scoring onslaught, scoring barrage that LaSalle put on.
Together with Tyrus Hill.
And this all happened in maybe 5-6 minutes. And you want to talk about the capabilities of the LaSalle team, put points on the board, but the defense of Brandon Bates meeting the former Archer.
Akweti calmly sinks in that free throw. So that three-point play stops the 21-0 run by the Niners. Manzo inside to Akweti, and Akweti creates 5-0 run all on his own on that C2 fast break of the game.
UP trying to salvage the second quarter.
Baltazar on the jump hook. Justin Baltazar.
When you're hot, you're hot. Justin Baltazar, tough shot over the outstretched arms of Bright Akweti. No problem. Balti.
Manzo shoots for the lead. Jun Manzo puts UP back on top.
And that was a gamble there for Aljun Melesio trying to go for the reach. But June Manzo calmly used the bank, going to the bank on Sunday here in Antipolo.
It is a slugfest between the Fighting Maroons and the Green Archers. UP leading by one, 35-34 at the half. Because this is such a big game, the alumni of the UP Pep Squad have come out to put on a show here at the Anara Center in Antipolo City as we highlight our PS Bankable fan of the game. Deposit checks in a snap with PS Bank Mobile. Download now. This young man is cheering for LaSalle as they went on a 21-0 run. the second period. And to show your appreciation and support for your respective teams, you can get 10% off on select UAP merchandise items today by going to uapstore.com. All right, we'll be back with more, so keep it right here on SNA.
Lalo na papalapit na ang bakbakan ng finals. Good luck sa lahat ng team at patuloy na sa suporta lahat ng Filipinos in the world watching through TFC Online and IPTV. Back to you, Mikey and Anton. Hi sa Manila. Hi sa Manila, Anton and Mikey. We are here at Parramatta watching. Manila, Anton and Mikey. We are here at Parramatta watching the game as it happens. At talaga naman nagla.
We are once again saying hello to all of our kapamilyas watching wherever you are around the world as we are featuring this matchup between UP and LaSalle. 35-34 pabor sa Fighting Maroons ang talaan. Once again, us together with Mikey Reyes. And Mikey, it's very essential that we have these mandatory timeouts. We have this halftime break. Because of the way the game has been going, sobrang intense dito sa Henares Center at dahil importante itong labang ito, hindi lang tayo napapanood dito sa Pilipinas, ngunit sa iba't ibang parte ng mundo. Kasama na dito ang nakatutok ngayon sa Mata, Sydney, ating mga kapamilya dyan. Merong watch party. Kaibigan natin si Jojo.
Nandun nga daw si Jojo, nagkakagulo nga daw. Kagaya dito sa Antipolo, nagkakagulo din sa Sydney.
O Jo, kumusta tayo dyan?
Hi sa Manila, Anton. We are here sa Mata watching the game as it happens. At talaga naman naglabasan lahat ng fans. Roll call muna tayo. Who's here supporting the Green Archers? Sino naman na nagpunta rito para sa UP Fighting Maroons? Ramdaman tayo ng game lalo na papalapit na ang bakbakan ng finals. Good luck sa lahat ng team at patuloy na susuporta lahat ng Filipinos all over the world watching through TFC Online and IPTV. Back to you, Mikey and Anton.
Man, I can only imagine what it's like to be a Filipino in a different country watching the UAAP. I guess somehow it's a different feeling, and by TFC Online, you feel that you're still connected to the game.
Oh yeah, I'm sure a lot of those people are also alumni of either LaSalle or UP, and they're enjoying this one because, like what Joe said, malapit ang finals, and they want to secure that Final Four spot for these teams.
And it's very important that UP and LaSalle come up big in the second half, especially with the events that occurred in the first quarter. What a monster of a first quarter it was for the Fighting Maroons.
Well, just a tale of two quarters for both teams entering this matchup. In the first, UP scored 21 points on 7 field goals in that first canto, and just a lot of energy coming from those starters. Of course, Noah Webb, Kobe Paras had a couple of shots in the first quarter that really gave UP that big boost on offense.
And then of course, nung pumasok na yung GDL brothers, nag-iba ang takbo ng UP. The Fighting Maroons went on a higher gear and they led by as many as 16, 27-11. But that was before LaSalle went on a rampage, countering with a 21-0 run.
That's a crazy run there for LaSalle, giving them back yung momentum na hindi nila nakuha nung first quarter. It was really that second quarter for LaSalle. Even though they were struggling on offense in the first, they just grinded their way to this 1-point deficit entering halftime. And if not for that June Manzo 3 to end the quarter, they would have been up by 2 here right now.
We're taking a look at some of the important numbers here. And again, Mikey, the second chance points, the hustle and the effort of the Green Archers really helped them come back into this game.
Especially 10 offensive rebounds, 6 coming in the second quarter for 10 second chance points for LaSalle. And UP will need to do a better job in boxing out those big guys. And Brandon Bates leading the way with 8 points off the bench and 8 rebounds, so already close to a double-double. And new is Brandon Bates for LaSalle.
And I want to find out how I'll turn things around. Maybe we can get something right now from Ayana Perlas.
Anton and Mikey, carelessness, defensive and offensive lapses have no room in today's do-or-die match. What the Archers need to do is to continue showing that aggressiveness and keep pushing that ball just like what they did in the second quarter. Now, upon entering the dugout, the boys were energized, motivated, and clapping for each other, but they were reminded to not let the Fighting Maroons get back to that free throw line and match their energy, most especially in the fourth quarter, as this is where they come alive. Now, in the first half, ball movements and giving up threes were their main complications, and given this, Coach Jermaine Bird begged for the boys to keep going for those higher percentage shots, remember those screens, and to communicate even more, especially with UB's sixth man. Stay together and enjoy. Hindi pa tapos ang laban is the DLSU mindset coming into the second half. Back to you.
Well, it was a 30% shooting clip for LaSalle in the first half, but what's important is they managed to get back in the game, and now they're just down by 1.
That's a good adjustment for Coach JB because in their first round matchup, we talked about UP's free throws, 24 of 26. Here in the first half so far, only 5 of 7, so that's better defense for LaSalle against UP.
Now, UP, as I mentioned here, was up by 16. Got the lead back in the end via that triple by June Manzo. Let's try to get more from their side right now as we go back to Yanni Mayo.
Then in Mikey, the optimism from the guys has dwindled down going into the dugout. They're talking over one another, others encouraging their teammates while others reprimanding them. Now, Coach Bo Parasol was not pleased. He shouted that the problem is the guys do not follow instructions once again. And he reiterated that it always happens when the team is in the lead and they want to win right away. He said, "Don't be hard-headed. Do not shortcut the game. We were leading, but that's gone now, and we have to defend," he added. He told the guys that they be disciplined in following and communicating with one another, and he ended with, "They have 20 minutes to make this right again. Don't give LaSalle a chance." Anton and Mikey.
Well, Yanni, it really did seem like UP was throwing a lot of haymakers in that first half, but the problem was LaSalle just kept getting back up.
Oh, yeah, and UP will have to come into the second half with the same sense of urgency they did to start this ball game off, and they don't want to see LaSalle get hot again the way they did in the second quarter.
Well, you know who got hot in the first part of the game? Guy right here, Richie Rivero. And Rivero, it's always an emotional time for him. He was also emotional during the first round meeting between him, his new team, and his former team. Justin Baltazar, his triple started that 21-0 run for LaSalle. So that's got to be something that the Green Archers are looking to duplicate here in the second half.
A quick 5 points to Rivero in that first quarter. But for Justin Baltazar, like what you said, that triple to start the run, although he is 2 for 12 in almost 19 minutes of action.
Now, we saw a lot of beautiful plays in that first half, but this right here, Coho creating beautiful plays, none better than this fast break by the Liano brothers, 1 to Javi.
The younger brother giving it, handing it off to his kuya, and this kuya again deceiving. But with the hang time to finish the playoff, Javi Gomez de Liano, 6 points off the bench for UP.
Colby Paras has got his game face on as he walks back onto the court. 5 points for Kobe, 1 out of 6 from the field. It's Jun Manzo leading the way for UP with 8 points. And we are ready for the second half between UP and LaSalle. Maraming salamat muli sa sa SNA, Liga, wherever you are all over the world, via TFC.tv and TFC Online. Maraming salamat po.
And with the way that UP played defense in that first half, especially in that first quarter, they need to duplicate that. But they have to finish the possession off. Because again, second chance opportunities for LaSalle, keeping them afloat in this game.
Melesio trying to start off this period with a bang, missing from the outside. Manzo skipping through the defense, short on the floater. Manzo using the Acueti screen. Rivero driving baseline, turns, moves closer, drops it down low. Webb could not finish.
Great defense there for Andre Caracot, closing the door on Richie Rivero.
Malonzo looking for Caracot. And the ball will stay with LaSalle.
LaSalle will need to find a better
16 on
shot
shot
here
clock.
with 16 seconds left on their shot clock.
Malonzo to Caracot. Backdoor play. Melesio could not complete the connection.
Just a little too much salt on that pass for Andre Caracot. Melesio asking the referees, telling them that he was pulled there by Jun Manzo. Nonetheless, ball will go back to UP.
Manzo to Paras. Paras to Rivero. Rivero makes his move. Rivero, extra pass to Webb.
Oh, that's a great pass there for Richie Rivero.
A PS Bankable assist para PS Bank personal loan na maasahan apply online. No collateral.
Could have taken that shot after dropping Andre Caracot, but opted to pass to a wide open Noah Webb for the finish.
Malonzo against Paras. Malonzo gets it to Manuel. Difficult shot. It is UP basketball. Fighting Maroons are running.
Fogging the lane is UP on that drive by Waki Manuel.
Rivero with a catch, the drive, the dish. Acueti. Paras, top of the key, 3! Kobe Paras! A Domino's, what a delivery play.
Kobe Paras hitting one in the first half and starting the second half with another from deep.
Baltazar could not complete that backdoor connection. Manzo tapped from behind. Webb from the baseline. Noah Webb. And Sal has to call a timeout as UP starts the quarter on a 7-0 run. Video coaches winning ways, Coach Bo Perasol. And what leadership by Coach Bo to lead this aggressive start. And as we said earlier, Maroons inspired by the sixth man.
The sea of maroon here in Ares, and Coach Bo probably talking about how they can extend the 7-0 start here in the third quarter, and the energy of Noah Webb just contagious. 4 out of the 7 points of UP coming from the team captain Noah Webb.
And our Sultan of Stats, Bongo, has just told me it's all in all a 15-2 run since towards the end. Oh. So UP has momentum on their side. Acueti taps the ball away. Wacky Manuel held by Paras, but Kobe is saying it was Manuel who held on him. Well, we're gonna see it right here.
Kobe Paras is first.
That's just a veteran move for Wacky Manuel. An IQ play there. The foul will be called on Kobe Paras. I don't think it's reviewable, so.
2 foul shots.
A veteran move by a sophomore. Ba't tinuturo ni
Nakuha
Jen?
niya sa kuya niya yan. His kuya is probably nandito daw. Sabi niya manonood daw siya. That's a miss there for Wacky Manuel. There he is.
There he is.
The one who probably Wacky do that.
And Mikey, you were telling me a lot of your former teammates, former
they're
UP
here.
players are here.
The former Maroon got married last night, Mark Lopez. So a lot of them are here to support the Maroons, and they're part of this big sea of Maroon.
I would estimate it's at least 70% UP
It's crazy.
inside this venue.
Kasi yung ibang green pwedeng UP din. Si green.
Has made a conscious effort to try to set up his teammates in this game, partner.
Really trying to be a facilitator is Richie Rivero because of how much attention he attracts from the green shirts. And if there's anyone who knows Richie Rivero, it's probably the Green Archers who know a thing or two about how he plays or his tendencies. But you know what? This kind of crowd for UP can work for UP and can work for Sal because trying to prove that we can. This is like playing an away game, and to just silence the crowd, that's big for LaSalle.
And they really are far, far away from Taft Avenue. But not too far away from UP in terms of the lead, down by 7. But they can't keep turning the ball over like that. Akweti with a catch. Akweti with a finish.
Great recovery there for Bright Akweti. Would have been an athletic steal. Athletic defensive for Jamie Malonzo, but Bright Akweti getting it back and the quickness to get the ball up for Baltazar can recover.
LaSalle still looking for their first points here in the third. Malonzo on the drive. Malonzo catches and shoots. Jamie Malonzo gives LaSalle its first field goal here in the period.
Again, a tough time for LaSalle to get a field goal the way they did to start this game. Finally getting it through is Jamie Malonzo, and this is just a 6-point lead for UP.
Manzo to Kobe. Paras will shoot a 3. And Webb battling for that rebound. Baltazar secure. Serrano is running. Gives it to Melesio. Melesio back to Serrano. Multiple fakes. Put the shot. The ball is loose. Melesio. Pass intercepted. Webb, but a whistle was blown.
That's the last thing you want to see from Aljon Melesio. A little passive on those possessions.
And you see here on this McDonald's instant replay, Malonzo got a hand on that ball, but not completely. Akweti caught it and finished with the under goal stab.
That's another turnover for the LaSalle Green Archers, just down by 6. Again, they cannot shoot themselves on the foot, especially with the hot UP team here in the third quarter.
5 minutes and 47 seconds. That is the time remaining here in the third. Manzo. Into Rivero. Rivero on the drive. Rivero. Akweti. Over and Akweti will finish.
And the MVP just going to work, getting that miss off of the rim and putting it back in for UP.
A Yamaha Mio #1 move by Akweti. Karakot from way out still can't find the mark.
Andre Karakot, 0 points still here today. 19-16 in their first round meeting. And he's someone Coach JB would love to see get going.
And we have reached another Gatorade hydration check. Rivero maneuvering his way to the basket. Almost, but not quite. Malonzo to Melesio. Gives it back to Malonzo. Malonzo on the drive. Malonzo will head to the line for 2.
Again, this is LaSalle just grinding it out. Again, finding themselves down by 8. But Richie Rivera going all the way. And again, Brandon Bates meeting him at the rim. But the MVP not giving up on the play and getting the bucket still for the Maroons.
And when we come back, Malonzo will shoot 2. 46-38, UP leads LaSalle with 4 minutes and 44 seconds remaining here in the third period. And at the 9 is Jamie Malonzo Orme, born and raised in Seattle, Washington, but traces his Filipino roots in Batangas. His mom is a Filipina, and he actually chose to have Malonzo at the back of his jersey because he represent his Filipino roots and because this is his first time in the Philippines.
Already making a name for himself is Jamie Malonzo here in season 82 of the UAAP, and with that chip on his shoulder, trying to prove to everyone that he is deserving to be that one-and-done player for LaSalle.
Juan Gomez de Leaño is back in. Man using the Acueti screen. Acueti blocked by Malonzo. Coach Bo Perasol is asking for a foul.
On the shot clock. 5.9
Malonzo may have gotten away there with a tap on the arm.
Knockout play. Manzo finding Javi Gomez de Leaño.
Every time he enters the floor, for sure you're going to get a bucket if you're UP. Javi Gomez de Leaño, again, instant offense.
Nano Rice could not finish.
That is the
one
of Bright Acueti down low.
Manzo wants to get the ball down low to the reigning MVP who goes to work, throws it out, but the pass is off the mark. But it looks like it's going to stay with UP.
Shot clock.
Oh, it's Mr. Atito in the house.
Paul Desiderio. One of the most legendary moments in UAAP basketball history, created by Paul Desiderio. These two teams want to create more moments like that. Javi missing on that short jump. Serrano is running down the court. Malonzo for three. Bullseye!
That's a rhythm three-pointer there for Jamie Malonzo.
Emmanuel Vision player of the game. What a find.
Good pass there. Para kay Encho Serrano, waiting on Malonzo to get to his spot and rise for the jumper.
Javi Gomez de Leaño. Paras wants a screen, does not use it. Fades back against Malonzo. Shot was short and Malonzo secures the rebound.
And the Archers doing a good job in forcing Kobe Paras to tough shots. Kobe Paras only 2 of 8 here today.
Good. Malonzo drive. Malonzo almost.
That was an athletic play there. Jamie Malonzo was too soft on that finish.
Paras has taken more threes than twos, Mikey. One pivots, throws it out to Kobe, intercepted by Jamie Malonzo. All the way!
Jamie Malonzo!
Jamie Malonzo with a Jollibee 100% amazing move of the quarter.
And this is the thing with Jamie Malonzo. Yes, we know he's athletic, but he uses it on both ends of the floor. A steal in the bucket there for Jamie Malonzo.
And a steal by Bright Acueti. Did you see him create space? But he forgot to run down on Bates. And Bates could not finish.
Oh, that's a shot there Brandon Bates would want to get back. And a chance for UP to take advantage to extend this lead further.
Less than 2 minutes to play here in the third. Manzo, no. Karakot backs down the rebound. Melesio. Oh, pass was deflected by Juan Gomez de Leaño.
A lot of positions here for Aljan Melesio. Could have taken the shots, opted to pass it. At the last moment, we would want to see Melesio be a little more aggressive on the offensive end and focus trying to score as Richie Rivero comes back on the floor for
20 seconds on shot clock.
or for Noah.
Kobe will also take a seat. Karakot still can't find the bottom of the net, and Juan Gomez de Leaño gives it to Rivero. Rivero all the way!
Finally, Rivero gets one off. The big guys of La Salle amongst the trees converting is Richie.
Poison points in the paint. The first Rivero field goal is the period. And Prado comes with a loose ball. Javi 1 for 3. Short.
That would have been big. That would have brought the house down for UP. Gomez de Leaño.
The UP sixth man up off of their seats.
Oh, it's an offensive foul on Justin Baltazar.
Offensive foul.
Look at this. Bright Acueti owning the paint and Richie Rivero taking off. Nothing Baltazar could do to stop that one.
And here the Rivero's done a better job hitting the rim hard and strong, using his body to shield off the basketball, shield off the defender rather than going around defenders and making life tough for himself. Richie Rivero going straight to the rim.
JD who had that highlight play, is back on the floor for UP. Tungkab fakes the pass, moves closer to the ring, gives it one. Noah Webb from the outside, and Baltazar secures the rebound.
That's a shot I can live with if I were Lasal. Noah Webb shoot from the outside. Richie Rivero 7 points and 7 shots in 19 minutes. A lot of intangibles for Richie Rivero, especially on the defensive end.
Baltazar wants it down low against Prado. And that's a foul.
A little too aggressive there is Gerson Prado, but rightfully so. He wouldn't want Justin Baltazar to get himself going with Bright Acueti on the bench. And obviously was sent there in the game to defend Justin Baltazar. But they are in penalty, talking about the Fighting Maroons. So 2 throws for bounty.
And this is just the first trip to the free throw line for Baltazar, who has shot 2 for 14 from the field today. 5 points in the contest for Baltazar.
These are wasted opportunities for Lasal. Missed free throw again. But hitting that second one is Baltazar.
LaSalle 9 for 18 from the UP taking their time, taking their sweet time. And now one will start the play. Tungkab flying the screen, gives it back to one, shoots a 3. One Gomez de Leaño.
After 4 misses, one Gomez de Leaño connects from deep. His first triple of the ball game, his first points of the ball game.
Lohera, one dribble pull-up, short. Karakut still has time, but he loses control.
That's the activity and energy of Gerson Prado. Look at Justin Baltazar, 6 points in 14 shots. Great defense for the UP Fighting Maroons, and that's an understatement because this guy is a 25 and 25 threat. Talking about Justin Baltazar.
UP has outscored LaSalle 20-11 here in third, and have a 10-point cushion heading into the fourth. You're watching season 82 of the UAAP. for the fourth quarter of this matchup between UP and LaSalle. As we are here inside the Anara Center in the province of Rizal. LaSalle, we've been talking about the scenarios at the top of the coverage. They have got to win this game if they want to keep their hopes up for the Final Four.
Oh, this game right here is more important for LaSalle than it is for UP. Of course, UP would want to secure the second spot, but for LaSalle, it's pretty basic. It's pretty simple. You lose this game, you're out of playoff contention.
Wild miss there by Serrano. Melesio, too strong. Melesio miss. Melesio is blocked by Tungkab.
That's the length of JD Tungkab. Not only is he maybe the best perimeter defender for UP, but he can also protect the rim against smaller guys. And look at that block, that clean block upstairs for JD Tungkab.
Who has played quality minutes today for UP as we take a look at Jun Manzo. 5 assists in this contest.
This is what we were saying with they need to share the ball better. 18 assists in their game. Against TSD here today, only 5, only 6.
Serrano had to let go of that shot as the shot clock was about to expire.
Shot violation.
They're really settling with tough shots here. Talking about LaSalle with sharing the basketball. Oh, talk about people who bumiyahe pa papuntang Antipolo. This guy, all the way from Chicago, Mike Silungan, enjoying.
From the Windy City to Antipolo, Mike Silungan.
One of the shooters of UP.
Rivero. Wow! Big time basket for Richie Rivero.
Richie Rivero entering double figures. 10 points on 2 3-point shots. Richie Rivero reintroducing himself to the LaSallian community.
At the most important time as well. But Baltazar using his height against his former teammate. The Jollibee 100%, the amazing move of the quarter.
That was just too easy for Justin Baltazar. Find the smaller Richie Rivero on him, just getting that sky hook to go in.
Tungkab in and out dribble, spins. Tungkab multiple fades away, stolen away by Melesio. Melesio to Lohera. Too strong off the glass.
Oh, a goaltend on UP, I think on Noah Webb. So 2 points for LaSalle. But look at this. Juan Gomez Deliano creating, attracting the multiple help defenders, leaving Richie Rivero wide open on the other end. That's just a mouse in the house for Justin Baltazar. That offhand hook shot.
Manzo telling his teammates to settle down as LaSalle trying to unleash a furious rally here in the fourth. So you've got Juan and Jun Manzo on the floor at the same time for UP. Rivero pulls the trigger. And that's a foul on Webb.
That's another heat check there for Richie Rivero.
Talking about
No, Webb.
number 9.
Telling Coach Bo he's good. He's good to go, even though he does have a couple of fouls remaining. Richie Rivero, 10 points, 2 3-point baskets. Only averaging 7 points a game. Only the 3rd time that Richie Rivero has entered double figures here in season 82. And that doesn't speak of his talent, of course, talking about Richie.
Again, a former Mythical 5 member back in season 80 when he was with Tal. Melesio to Lohera. Lohera with Juan Gomez Deliano in front of him. Lohera.
Going all the way to the rim. Kurt Lohera with that hezzy to get by Juan Gomez Deliano.
LaSalle down by 7. Rivero, crossover. Rivero hops inside. Rivero could not finish. The ball is loose. It is LaSalle basketball. Melesio with a spin. Lohera with a putback attempt does not drop. Rivero, up, in the way!
Richie Rivero, outside, inside, court, open court, no problem. Richie Rivero, 12 big points for UP.
Matching his UP career high. Hill fouled. But what a time for Richie Rivero to have a big-time highlight taking off at the Anares Center. Richie Rivero on our McDonald's instant replay.
Again, reintroducing himself to the Lasallian community, and who else would be prouder than his mother, the mother of Richie, Prince, and of course she.
And of course the father, who's sitting at the end of the bench, Coach Paulo Rivero.
Still a lot of basketball to be played though here for LaSalle, for UP obviously, so LaSalle cannot let their foot off the gas pedal. So does UP. Richie Rivero, season high 12 points. Again, it's crazy when you say that because Richie is a 20-point scorer obviously in the league.
But in a team as loaded as this, Mikey, you know, it's tough to get those points. And you have to play a certain role, and Richie has done that for the Fighting Maroons. And in your many interviews about the UAAP, Mikey, you have stated numerous times that you believe that UP has not shown their best game. They have not beat yet. Have we seen a glimpse of that, though, in this game?
Well, now they're sharing the basketball a lot better compared to their first-round games here today.
16 assists for UP in their last game against NU. 21 assists.
Again, UP entering this game is number 7 in assists, only averaging 13 a ball game. So if they, with all that talent and all that firepower, with ball movement and player movement, then that's exactly what they need to maximize their potential.
16 assists, Mikey, to further emphasize your point. LaSalle only with 7. And that's also the lead that they are staring at right now.
They're not letting up, talking about UP. Pressuring Jamie Malonzo, who has caused them the most problems here today. 15 points for Jamie Malonzo.
Baltazar. Ojera. Malonzo wants it in the post against Rivero. And Javi Gomez Leaño again with another back-breaking play.
And this is how they can help their team. We talked about their talent. They're loaded, yes. But if they can help out, not only in scoring, but in defensive play. But that would have been a highlight.
Well, you talked about how sometimes point guard, you have to resist the temptation of making some highlights when you have some high leapers like Kobe Paras running.
You can't blame June Manzo for that one. Kobe Paras pointed up in the sky. You're gonna have to pass the ball.
Melesio, too strong. Malonzo comes up with the rebound. Serrano steps back, shoots from the free throw line. Kobe Paras. Ball was tapped out. It will be UP basketball.
Again, great job for UP there. Passing Serrano to a challenged floater. Was manageable though, especially with how Serrano is good from that range. Ball will go back to UP.
The Fighting Maroons wanting win number 9 to move ahead of UST and FEU. Javi missing from the outside. Aljun is fouled. He grabbed that rebound.
Still down by 7 is LaSalle. Still 25 seconds. 5 minutes and 25 seconds left in this game. So still a lot of chances for LaSalle here. This is still a long way to go. So I'm sure Coach Bo also is still wary of how LaSalle can put points on the board quickly.
Baltazar thought about the three. Malonzo gets Rivero off of his feet. Malonzo with a reverse.
Malonzo!
And now UP has to out after that reverse lay-in by Jamie Malonzo to cut the Fighting Maroons lead down to 5. One of UP's most famous couples, Diego Dario and Sam Corrales.
Those are familiar faces. There you go, Diego Dario, Sam Corrales still together. After all those years. Still enjoying UP basketball even after Diego's playing stint and Sam's courtside report with UP.
As we have hit the Gatorade hydration checkpoint here in the fourth quarter. Paras. Oh, that's traveling on Kobe Paras.
And low-key, LaSalle has really done a good job on Kobe Paras. Kobe Paras, 2 of 9 from the field, 2 turnovers to go with that. And the chance here for LaSalle to cut this deficit down to a single possession.
And look at the defense of Javi Gomez de Leaño and Malonzo. Malonzo walking the tightrope. Melesio with an impossible shot.
Melesio!
That was a difficult angle for Melesio to get that one to fall.
And what's tough with going up against LaSalle in a close game like this is even though Balti, Melesio, or even Karakot have been struggling, you know that they have it in them to make clutch baskets.
Akweti against Bates. Bright Akweti with some muscle on that play. 13 points for Akweti.
Bright Akweti taking advantage. LaSalle only sending one defender to go at him. Bright Akweti all the way to the rim for that basket.
Melesio hesitates, accelerates. Looking for Malonzo. Pass was intercepted. Ball finds its way in the hands of Jamie. At sumabit si Javi Gomez de Leaño as Baltazar went up for that putback.
Look at this though, Algin Melesio. Tough shot maker. Tough shot maker.
And partner Melesio was 2 for 13 before that make.
I told you, short memory loss. Algin Melesio. Doesn't matter, he goes 0 for 7, 2 for 13, 2 for 15. He believes he's gonna make the next one. That's why it's scary to go up against a team like LaSalle. Only down by 4 with 3 and 47 seconds remaining.
And here's another guy with short memory, Mikey. Baltazar has not had a good field day, but he continues to put those shots up.
10 points on 50 shots for Justin Baltazar to go along with 9 rebounds.
Kobe Paras against Jamie Malonzo. Tried to draw a foul, could not get it. It is LaSalle basketball.
And that's great defense for Jamie Malonzo.
Serrano! And the
Basket
foul.
counts for Encho Serrano.
Aljun
From
Melesio pushing the basketball, waiting for his teammates and finding Encho Serrano down low. Look at Encho Serrano asking for the basketball. But what a great cut, great timing, great pass, precision for Aljun Melesio. The conversion for Encho Serrano.
Post free throw. Encho Serrano.
Noah Webb returns for the Fighting Maroons with 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in the fourth. We've had 2 deadlocks in this game. Serrano with a chance to tie this one up for the 3rd time, but he does not. They have a chance for the lead though. Melesio fouled by Paras as he went up for that shot. Manzo is saying he stuck his foot out. Kobe is saying that as well.
That's a big development there.
Substitution.
Was supposed to be a point for Encho. Encho misses that. Pero sabi nga nila, napaganda pa. Aljun Melesio, a chance to give LaSalle the lead. 3 free throws for Aljun Melesio. His first trip to the line this ball game.
Good on the first is Aljun Melesio. And Aljun has not to the line a lot this season. This is just his 12th free throw attempt. 7 out of 12 for the season is Aljun Melesio.
Important thing is he went 3 for 3 on that trip, giving LaSalle this 2-point lead.
Melesio breaks into double digits, 10 points, a 32 run by the Green Archers. Rivero could not finish, the ball is loose. Referee's point in favor of LaSalle.
Not the best position there, not the best shot there for the UP Fighting Maroons and LaSalle. A chance to extend this to 2 possessions, 3 minutes to go, and this is what we were talking about. LaSalle again playing in spurts.
Melesio steps back. Melesio! Bullseye!
Small man on the floor. Big start. Aljun Melesio.
LaSalle is up by 4.
12 points for Aljun. 6 coming in the last possessions.
Akweti with Bates in front of him. Manzo with a cut. Manzo with a finish.
Offensive laps there for LaSalle. Manzo taking advantage of that, cutting to the rim at the right time when Aljun Melesio had his head turned.
Melesio, the switch comes, shoots over Paras. And Kobe secures the rebound, gets the ball to Rivero. Rivero. Malonzo in front of him. Rivero sidesteps. Wendy tips it in. We are tied again. PS Bank last 2 minutes. PS Bank pasend via mobile ang padala mo. Cash agad in minutes.
That's the aggressiveness again of Richie Rivero. Attract multiple defenders. Right Akweti down, waiting for the putback. And this is a tie ball game.
Melesio with a crossover, splits the D. It's Melesio against Akweti. Serrano now moves closer. Serrano over Paras.
And what a finish for Encho Serrano.
Timeout, UP Fighting
That
Maroons.
was rough and tough for Encho Serrano. Gives LaSalle the lead, 68-66. Aljun Melesio and Encho Serrano coming up big for the Green Archers in the clutch.
Look at the athleticism of Encho Serrano and both those finishes against Bright Acueti, against Kobe Paras. But the Energizer Bunny of LaSalle, Encho Serrano, converting on both plays, as Aljun Melesio will obviously be tasked to lead LaSalle in the last minute and 35 of this game.
Shot clock,
What a time
14
for Aljun
seconds.
Melesio to come alive and get or regain his confidence. 6 points in the last few possessions for Aljun.
UP down by 2. A minute and 35 to go here in the fourth. Acueti gives it back to Rivero, who dishes it to Mando. 9 on the shot clock. Acueti on the two-man game ties things up on that running drive.
And that's a simple play UP has relied on all season long. The two-man game between Manzo and Acueti. And that's a bucket for Bright Acueti and an assist for Manzo.
Melesio, double team, throws it out to Serrano. Serrano sidesteps, looking for Bates. Bates was not ready.
And that's another one. That's another passive drive there by an Archer. This time Encho Serrano could have taken the shot, but opted to give it to Brandon Bates, who was expecting Encho Serrano to take that floater down the lane.
Tied at 68 with under a minute to play. Kobe Paras! Drop!
And press the tie, more importantly for UP.
Listen to the UP crowd. Timeout LaSalle. With playoff hopes and championship aspirations on the line, we have our AXA Know You Can player of the game, Richie Rivero.
Just being aggressive all game long, starting this game for UP, taking 14 shots, making 12 points, and just a lot of tangibles. But that play there by Kobe Paras.
And with that dunk, Kobe still remains as the only player here in season 82 to have scored in double digits in every single game he has played in.
And he just finds a way. Struggling with that outside shot the past few minutes, but finding a way. Player again for UP, resulting to a highlight.
And with this dominant UP crowd, LaSalle right now is in the belly of the beast, and they have to come out unscathed somehow. Melesio receives the inbound pass. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Melesio. Manzo. Melesio shoots. Shot is short. Acueti secures the rebound.
Great defense there for UP on the perimeter, not allowing Melesio to get in the paint, but still no need to foul for LaSalle. They just need to make a big stop.
Manzo to Webb. Kobe wants it. Kobe gets it. Kobe shoots it. Too strong. Melesio with the rebound, but he falls down. Serrano picks up the loose ball. Serrano over Paras. Acueti with the board.
This is when LaSalle needs to foul. And there you go. And the free throw game will be played for UP. But what an opportunity there for LaSalle. Open court.
Well, they had a chance. Serrano shooting it over Paras. Noah Webb getting into safety, giving it to Manzo. Point.
I think UP is asking for an unsportsmanlike foul because LaSalle wasn't going for the basketball on that foul. Richie Rivero, 12 points. Only his third game in double figures, tying his season high. And just a bright Akweti all afternoon long. This right here is the play that UP is asking to review.
Kapit mga kapamilya, we will take timeout. UP leads LaSalle 70-68 with 7.8 seconds remaining in the game. .8 seconds remaining. This dominant UP crowd waiting to erupt as the Fighting Maroons are holding on to a 70-68 lead against LaSalle.
And just to remind everyone of what's at stake for UP if they continue and hold on to this 2-point lead and finish this ball game off with a W, they will secure the second spot, which is important because they're twice to beat. Whether it be a stepladder format or a Final Four, and for LaSalle, if they lose this, they're out of playoff contention.
Needs a friend. Javi Gomez is fouled by Serrano.
Two free throws here for Javi Gomez de Liano. And if you're LaSalle, I believe this will be the best one to send to the free throw line.
Substitution.
But he is replaced by Juan.
Javi Gomez de Liano.
Oh, no free throws yet.
Rivero gets it to Bright. And that was the last foul to give, partner.
Baltazar is third, and that is the fourth team foul
These
for
are
the
the
Dodgers.
5 best free throw shooters for UP. But LaSalle will still have to try to get the steal as UST in the last game against LaSalle.
They go inside to Manzo, throws it out to Akweti. LaSalle needs to foul. And they finally do. The problem is they fouled June Manzo.
June Manzo, an 88% free throw shooter. 15 of 17 entering this ball game. And here today,
This is his first time, Mikey, at the line. June Manzo. Pure on the first.
and he was the same guy who iced their game against NU via the 15-foot line.
The graduating Cebuano. Jun Manzo missing on the second. Baltazar Serrano runs out of time, and the UP have eliminated LaSalle from playoff contention in dramatic fashion.
A second place finish for UP here in season 82. And what confidence and what momentum will UP carry all the way to the Final Four, whether it be a step ladder or a Final Four, it doesn't matter. UP will have that twice to edge against their opponent.
Coach Bo Perasol and the Fighting Maroons of the University of the Philippines will be coming into that last game against Ateneo with a lot of momentum, partner.
And look at June Manzo, just emotional after this game. And you know how much weight was on those shoulders. Along, of course, with Kobe, the GDLs, Bright, Richie, but the UP Fighting Maroons, just a successful elimination round ending at second place.
There's your final, 71 for UP, 68 for LaSalle. And our PS Bankable Player of the Game, PS Bank Home Loan, isang araw lang may bahay ka na, Richie Rivero.
What a time for him to break out 12